That's the plot of Dwayne Johnson's new all-action monster hit Rampage, which is based on the 1986 arcade game.But. While the enormous monsters, and even bigger CGI effects, might be the main attraction for some, for Dwayne it was his relationship with a gorilla which sealed the deal. His character Davis Okoye is an ape scientist, or primatologist, as they are known, whose best pal is George, the super-intelligent gorilla who has been in his care since birth. The pair even communicate using sign language until a rogue genetic experiment goes awry, transforming the gentle ape into a raging monster. Plus there's the added problem of a mutated wolf and an alligator also running riot, both of them hell-bent on destruction. But The Rock sees the film as mainly being about the relationship between human and animal, or more specifically, between him and his beloved French bulldog. He explains, "I think there are layers to it. I'm an animal lover. I have a lot of dogs and horses up in Virginia and I keep fish. So the idea was a great relationship with an animal in my life that I could apply to it. And I have a little Frenchie named Hobbs after my character from Fast and Furious. So apply that and amid the idea of science going wrong in the wrong hands, it still comes down to this one relationship. It's the anchor of the relationship between man and his best friend. And his best friend happens to be an albino gorilla. We have not only this awesome relationship, but we do sign language. He tells me, 'I love you,' I tell him, 'I love you back.' He shows off in front of pretty lass. I tell him, 'Don't do that.' We do some funny stuff. The former pro wrestler got up close and personal with some real-life apes to prepare for the role. And Jason Lyles, the 6 feet 9 inches motion capture actor who plays George, spent time studying their faces and movement to get his expressions just right. Dwayne says, "I personally spent a lot of time with primatologists. I had an opportunity to understand them. Understand what their passions are, what their goals are. I spent some time in the primate department of Atlanta Zoo. You can't go in and actually touch these gorillas because they're not your best friend. But they're very friendly. They come up to the cage and I was able to feed them. I was able to spend time with a silverback named Taz. Jason studied gorillas for months and months, getting their emotions, getting their facial expressions." The Californian-born star played the original Rampage game and admits to having doubts about transferring it to the big screen. His previous 2005 video game adaptation Doom flopped and was mauled by critics. But he insists, "I loved the game when I was a kid and I thought the idea of making Rampage was interesting. But you're always a little bit cautious when you know it's a video game. It's such a simple game. So the challenge was to take this fun simple premise and hopefully make a cool movie out of it. You've got 3 gigantic monsters who've been mutated through genetic editing. And then you have some big bald brown guy running around, shooting trying to look and trying not to get Ed. In the original game, players controlled the monsters and a level was finished when a city was reduced to rubble. So in 2018, are we siding with the creatures or the humans? It all depends on what you like," says Dwayne. "When I watch a movie, I'm going to be rooting for the monsters, because I love the monsters. There's something for everybody. The fun of Rampage, which is completely destroying everything that's in here. There are some Easter eggs too that I think people are going to like. So does he prefer animals to humans?" He laughs. You always know the truth with animals. And there's a great quote in the movie. If animals like you, they lick you. If they don't, they eat you. Rampage is out in the UK on Wednesday, April 11th,